Who do you think I am? The lost son of God. You can't have known this by what you know of me, Peter. It has been revealed to you by God.
Yes, and Diogo today.
With his hair all cut.
I know. Ian Roma, as I said, came to my home yesterday. It was such a pleasure, but I didn't.
Yes,
I'm such a fan of the film and of the Bible series, and then to meet Roma, there we are. Yeah, we had a lovely lunch.
It was so good.
It is different to see you as a you in modern day life, and what reaction do you get from most people when they?
First of all, it's like they look at me like, I kind of know you somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, but they don't. I mean, because of the hair and the facial hair and everything.
And you're not wearing a robe and sandals?
No, I'm not in sandal mode. No, but it's really. But once they recognize me, they reach out to me, and it's wonderful. So far,
cast for this must have been incredible. When I watched it last night, and I looked at you, and I thought to myself, oh my gosh, you speak when you're not speaking. Like, there's a presence about you on camera. How did this role come about? How did you get it?
I'm really happy that you asked that, because it was really important to me. People tend to grab on the words, and what exactly that he said, and sometimes they forget about the wider message of those words, and it was all about love and compassion and altruism. So I really invested everything that I am, and I became available to fulfill in fullness, to give that body of before and after those words.
You said yesterday you were overwhelmed though by the thought of embodying this person in history who means so much to so many people.
Exactly.
And but from those of us who
I freaked out. I was in shock. I was in panic because I knew the responsibility. And I mean, I went to Jerusalem, and while I was there, I felt on my own being the importance of the story, and it's so alive.
I think what's great about this film too, there are a lot of scenes that everybody knows about, like walking on water, and you wonder how is that going to be depicted in such a way that it's authentic. There's such authenticity to this movie, right? I mean,
Today we have the technology to, fulfill it in visual ways that we're actually going to be blown by.
Yeah.
And 50 years ago, we don't have those. We didn't have that technology to visualize all this wonderful miracles.
I think it's wonderful. The best thing about it is that it doesn't answer. We've always in history talked about who killed Jesus, and it doesn't. It says why. Why Pilate had to do what he did. Why Caiaphas with the Sanhedrin had to, and why everybody was protecting their own kingdom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So it is a political thriller as well. It has not only the thing about this movie that I really enjoy and I'm really proud of is it's epic, it's a big scale, but it's also a really personal and intimate story, and it's a close-up of the whole life of Jesus, the whole thing since the nativity, but it don't end at the crucifixion. It goes through the resurrection. So it's wonderful.
Fascinating.
You did a beautiful
You
job.
sure did. Wow.
Great to see you, and thank you.
Thank you.
Son of God will be out in theaters this Friday. Don't miss it.
All right, it is terrific. All right, you can't have